Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam or xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys a team deathmatch video on the map Villa, and today I'm bringing you guys a gameplay with the very last assault rifle that I still need to make a gold gun video for, and that gun is, as you can see on your screen right now, the gold AUG. So if you take a look at this gun with gold camo on it, it actually seems a little bit more black than it is gold, and every time I make a gold gun video on a gun that's like this, I'm going to point this out. I really wish that all the guns with gold camo just looked like they were dipped completely in gold, because honestly I think that would look way more badass. And if they wanted to still include a camo like this, they could. Maybe they would call it the black and gold, or if you really want to go there, the black and yellow camo, because that's kind of what it looks like. And yeah, I've been listening to that song on my iPod lately. But yeah, so I don't really want to talk about that because that's neither here nor there. Instead, I want to point out two things that happened towards the beginning of this video that maybe you guys could take away from. So the first one is that what I did towards the beginning of this game, my immediate thoughts were I want to rush to the center of this map. Typically not a very smart idea, but I'll tell you my reasoning behind this. So this is going to be kind of a long explanation. So a lot of people on my team will run through the middle of the map. I assumed out of the 6 guys that were running on my team, or the 5 guys that weren't me, you know, if you don't include me, 5 guys on my team, at least one of them was going to run towards the middle, and most likely he was going to break away to the right and head towards the building that I'm in right now. And that's exactly what he did. I counted on him covering that area for me, and if he didn't cover it, he would die and I would know to turn around. And so, you know, knowing that that guy was going to cover that area, or at least be my little warning sign in case, you know, somebody else was running in that area, what I decided to do was immediately look for someone towards the back of the map in the mansion, specifically on the second floor of the mansion, because on this map, when somebody spawns, not in the area that I spawned on, but on the other side of the map, you can always count on at least one guy running into the mansion, and typically, I'm going to say 99% of the time, he's going to run to the top of that mansion. And knowing that, what I decided to do was run towards the back there, throw a stun, throw some semtexes, whatever, and try and kill him. And it didn't work out, but what I was able to do, again, because of the fact that I know that rarely there's going to be people towards the bottom of that building, I just ran simply underneath him, ran up the stairs, saw a claymore, kind of dodged it, let it blow up, and backed away, and I was able to come up behind him without him really knowing, because of the fact that he wasn't paying attention and he had other things to worry about when he was in that position of advantage. So just sort of knowing and understanding where the other team's going to be, and also hopefully where they're not going to be, allowed me to, and hopefully will allow you to, do really well in those sort of situations. So just something I thought I would point out to you guys, so maybe when you're playing Villa, you can do the same. So the next thing I want to point out that happened in this match was what happened when I was in this building right here. So what you're going to see, or what you actually did see already, is that people were constantly coming towards me in this building, and it wasn't working out too well for a while. And what I ended up having to do was jumping back and forth between the window in the top right of that building, and then also the doorway in the bottom right of the building. So I would keep going back and forth, because if I didn't, what would end up happening is they would be able to predict where I would be at any given moment. So instead of allowing myself to, you know, reload, recollect myself, and prepare for the gunfight in the same position, instead what I did, and what I would hopefully recommend you do when you're in situations like that, is not just reload, recollect yourself, maybe pick up a scavenger pack or something like that, but also change positions so you're not making such a predictable move. And trust me, you know, people, it's a very, you know, easy thing to pick up on if somebody's just going to pop out in the same location, because typically if, you know, you're in a situation where you need to reload and your opponent or opponents aren't in positions where they all need to reload, what they'll do is just keep their sights trained on that one spot where they last saw you, and that can be a pretty tricky situation for you if you're trying to get a couple kills and not end your kill streak. And, you know, knowing that and doing what I did in that situation allowed me to build up my kill streak and end up with a really awesome game here. So that's just something I thought I'd mention. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the AUG. The video's winding down here, but here's what I'll say about the AUG. I don't have much to say about it, but here's what I got. Basically, this gun has the same damage and rate of fire as the FAMAS, which is a gun that I absolutely love, and yet I don't really like this weapon, and it's pretty simple, the recoil on it. So if you look at the recoil on the FAMAS, its recoil is almost always going to be hard up and to the right. So you know that if you're going to shoot that gun, you sort of have to pull down and to the left in order to control it and do well with it. but when you're using the AUG, the recoil is a little bit more random. It goes up, it goes to the left, and goes to the right, and really that makes for an unpredictable recoil. And what can happen is sometimes, just by the luck of the draw, it'll go a little bit more left than it goes right, or it'll go a little bit more right than it goes left, and you'll end up in a situation where you don't know exactly how to control the recoil in a consistent way, and that makes the gun inconsistent for me and hard to get gameplays with at times. So even though I did well in this game, that doesn't mean that I do well with it often, and it certainly doesn't mean that I can do well with it more often than other guns like the FAMAS, which have a predictable recoil. So anyway guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The final score was 37 kills and 3 deaths, a pretty good game. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.